Tensor started with the design by Rodney Mullen. Everyone remembers Tensor with the plastic slider pieces that were actually really good for helping people slide, no slides, tail slides. But when I started working here about 3 years ago, we were in a transition of where we wanted a new high geometry truck and a truck that had better turning, better grinding, basically a really good all-around truck. Working with a three-dimensional program, SolidWorks, to design the new Tensor Regular was kind of an arduous process. Worked with each component individually, first with the base plate. It was about lining up the relationship between the kingpin and the pivot stem. Ultimately, this right here, the axis of the pivot and the axis of the kingpin is what ultimately defines your ability to turn, or whether a truck's going to turn or not. After I had the base plate geometry dialed in, I began working with the hanger. The hanger has to fit with the base plate, so you want those relationships between the kingpin and the pivot stem to line up so the hanger and the base plate match up perfectly. Tensor already had a good low geometry truck in its line, and the feedback from our riders, we knew that we needed to produce a high geometry truck that grinds good and turns good. Besides the fundamental difference in height between the low and the regular, each geometry feels different because the height affects the timing of your ollie and the way your board flips. The lows will give you more of a quick snap ollie with a faster rotation because your board is lower to the ground. The regular, also known as a high, is taller off the ground. It provides responsive turning in any situation, from skating big transitions to slappies on a curb. One of the specialties of our factory DSM is that it is also a foundry. With that expertise in working with aluminum and magnesium, we're able to source specific alloys that not only produce a lightweight truck, but also a better grinding truck. And with our lightweight magnesium alloy, we're able to produce the lightest truck on the market. Without the rider feedback and the endless testing, we would not have been able to produce a truck this good.